Well, my bad. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be throwing some Godspeed coilovers on the car. These coilovers were discontinued like 3 or 4 years ago. I already forgot the name. I know I have it somewhere in my phone, but I forgot. I bought them used off of Rob from Sideways Performance. Look him up. I'll have his Instagram down below. And a lot of people say these suck because look at Corey's fresh ass car. Whatever. Oh, a lot of people say they suck because they're just cheap and they're trash and all this, but going from no suspension on my mini trucks to this, I feel like will be just perfect. And I already threw that one on and the one back there, so I want to do that just in case I know what I'm doing before I kind of tell you what I'm doing and just like tell you some nonsense. So I tried it before. I'm gonna start off with the rear because it's a little harder, and yeah, I'll give a review on these to say if they're good or not in case some of you are wondering I'm buying these. They're pretty cheap coilovers, but if you just want to slam your car and you don't really care about performance, I'd recommend it. Alright, first thing, loosen those bolts up right there. Don't fully take them off because then your strut will just kind of like fall out. Just do that, and then you're going to want to jack up your car from, well, this is a 240, so I would say your diff or somewhere right there. And then there's a bolt right there. Let me see if I can get a... Probably not gonna focus because it's really dark. Right there on the blue thing, you're gonna want to loosen that nut, and there's like a bolt sticking out. And then yeah, but before that you want to remove your tire. It makes it a lot easier, but it's really simple process. There's a shit ton of videos on YouTube about how to do this, but yeah, I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. Once your wheels are off, you want to get, you know, a hammer. This is what I'm gonna be using. Oh no, I'm talking to the camera. You get something like this, and then just, yeah, watch out because it might hit you. And yeah, now this is kind of like loose in there once you've obviously loosened these bolts. And then it's easier if you have two people, but I'm gonna try to do this by myself. You pretty much just take these off and it'll either fall, or I'll just show you guys. Hold up. Alright, once those bolts are out, it should fall a little like that. And then from here, what you want to do is just kind of like push it down. Like, it's kind of hard with one hand, but yeah. Usually if it's stock suspension or suspension like this, like lowering spring, you shouldn't really care and just kind of, if it gets scratched, oh well. But those are just, if anybody wants those, you can have them for free. They're like 2-inch, I think. But yeah, those are out, and then time to get the coil over there. Coilover. And then you pretty much do the same thing. You like go like so. Oh. Hard. You're gonna fall. I'll just put it on there. Alright. Let's start recording. Alright, so on the coilovers, they have this little, like, built-in spacer almost. You see a little thing right here? That goes on the inside part, so it hits up against right here, like the rear knuckle. So then right here, on the bottom head of the coilover, it doesn't hit right here. And then so your little splines, I guess, they don't hit on your camber arm, whatever you want to call this arm. So if you do that backwards, it'll hit right here and hit right there, and you don't really want that. So that's why you put that like that. And then you could either, like what I was doing on that side, is I lowered the car a little by little, and make sure it went in the hole, so like the weight of it, I'm out of breath, but you put a piece of wood like right here, so then when you lower the car a little, like all the weight goes up and it pushes the coil up, and then you just feed the holes, or the little bolts through the holes, and you just thread it on, and that's how easy it is. Just like that, guys, the coilover is now on. I'm thinking that it's not low enough. There's still like this much thread that I can go, but other than that, it's like maxed out. And I'm trying to get fender to lip fitment, and yeah, I'm gonna be running smaller tires, so there might be a bigger gap. Right now there's like no gap, but I want fender to lip, and I want my lip like out here. Like, that's gonna be pretty hard to achieve, but I maxed out my dampening to soft, so hopefully it'll kind of just like squish itself down, and once the weight and everything's on there, it'll just kind of like go a little lower. We'll have to see. But yeah, now I just got to do this one, and Corey has his Honda right there, and we're going to be test fitting these 17x8s on his, just in case, see if he likes them. And while he does that, I'm going to be putting the front coilover on, which is pretty simple, but let me just show you his car real quick. It's pretty clean because it's just like the all original car. Lowering springs with some nice wheels. It looks really nice. The paint is like cool because it's like green right here and like black in this corner, like dark purple. It's cool. Like, look at that. Wow, this car's pretty sick. He says he wants to turbo it and TJ swap it and all this bull crap. Comment if you think he should 2J swap this twin turbo. Here you want to do the same as the back. Loosen it up, but don't take it all the way out just so it doesn't fall and crush your hand. And then these are 17 mil. You want to just loosen these up and then get like a little rope or something, tie it around right here, and then maybe from your sway bar or something, just so this doesn't like your, oh damn, just so your disc doesn't come like flying out or, you know, ruin your ball joints or something, especially if they're old like this. And also so you don't rip your steel braided line like me, because I'm a fucking drift car driver. But yeah, do that and then it should fall right out. Toss the other one in. It's a really simple process. Alright guys, so I threw the coilovers on. They're all on there. These right here, I'm gonna max them all the way to the positive setting, because with how low they are, like how short they are, it automatically wants to go negative. So even if I have it all the way positive, I still get the slightest amount of camber. And I don't really want to have like super hovercraft fitment right now, even though I'm already gonna have some because of how thin these wheels are, like little pizza cutters. But once I get my other wheels on and everything, then I'm gonna max out the camber and probably even lower it some more so I get that fender to lip fitment. But Corey let me put his wheels on my car, and like from right here, like not looking at the back, that looks really nice. And those are 16s with 205/55, which is kind of a fat tire, but it doesn't even look that fat on this car. Like, it actually looks good. Like, I would totally rock this, but I told him I'd give him 300. He said no. And I told him I'd trade him for those badass work Minester wheels, but he said no. But yeah, they look really good. Alright guys, so the coilovers are now on. We just went for a little run. The rears are full soft on the dampening, so they kind of feel like the lowering shocks that I had, those Tapico ones, or Taquico, whatever the fuck they're called. The front, I don't even know, I haven't even checked those. But it definitely feels a lot lower. It looks a lot lower, not much, but it does look lower. Like, at least to me, because I've always seen it with those Tapicos. But yeah, that's how you install coilovers on the 240. Huh. Help this man get bags on his Honda. Oh.